está, en honor al campeón mundial Oscar Valdez. Queda completamente al descubierto esta escultura al campeón mundial de peso pluma de la Organización Mundial de Boxeo. 3. Ahí está, en honor al campeón mundial Oscar Valdez. Queda completamente al descubierto esta escultura al campeón mundial de peso pluma.
Yep, your eyes did not deceive you. So Oscar Valdez, instead of getting suspended and stripped by the WBC for cheating, for testing positive for PEDs, phentermine, they disgracefully built this man a statue. You can even see Robson laughing at this bullcrap. This is what boxing have turned to. They award cheaters, liars, and duckers in the sport of boxing by building them statues. First, they did it with Tyson Fury, who took steroids, then tampered with his gloves against Deontay Wilder. Now they doing it with Oscar Valdez. I'm telling you, that Hope Insurance is better than Geico. You only qualify if you have the complexion for the connection to get the ultimate protection. Once you qualify, you will receive the ultimate benefits. That Hope Insurance erases losses, protects them from any black fighter. By utilizing the NBF Witness Protection franchise, covers up for cheating, and even after cheating, they award these cheaters with statues. It's sad that the corruption in boxing is at an all-time high. Thanks to the WBC, aka We Be Cheating, the World Boxing Corruption Organization, or should I say, the World Boxing Cartel Organization, since that's what they have turned the sport into. The racial double standards in boxing is at an all-time high, and the WBC is not even trying to hide it. It's like they proud of being racist, which is highly offensive. Now, let's put things in perspective. Oscar Valdez tested positive on his A and B sample for phentermine, a PED that helps fighters increase their speed, endurance, stamina, and helps them cut weight. That's like the perfect steroid. So instead of the WBC and the commission suspending and stripping Oscar Valdez for cheating, they ended up defending him, approved him to fight on banned substance, and covered up for his lies. Keep in mind, this is a sport where you can physically kill your opponent. In fact, on that same week, Zabata died, a boxer who suffered an injury in the ring. Nevertheless, Oscar Valdez lied by blaming testing positive for phentermine on herbal tea. Then come to find out that there's no herbal tea in the world, or any tea in the world, that has the drug phentermine in it. After that, Oscar Valdez failed to submit the herbal tea to VADA. He never submitted the herbal tea to VADA in order to prove his innocence, because he's clearly guilty. To make matter worse, Oscar Valdez ended up missing weight, and the WBC never informed the public that he did so. They announced that he made the weight when he didn't. So Oscar weighed in 2 hours later. However, by that time, the WBC could have adjusted the scale. And when you think it's already bad enough, it goes from bad to worse. Robson ended up fighting a fighter on steroids in Oscar Valdez and beat him clearly. However, he ended up getting robbed. Now peep this, the WBC employee, the referee, took a point from Robson for tapping behind his head. Meanwhile, when Oscar Valdez rabbit punched Robson twice, the referee warned Oscar Valdez twice. A clear double standard. Then one judge had to fight 117-110. I mean, all you have to do is look at their faces. Who should have had that scorecard went to? When Robson outlanded and outthrew Oscar Valdez. Robson landed 141 punches. Oscar Valdez landed 83 punches. So again, you tell me who should have had that scorecard went to. Pretty much, Robson nearly doubled Oscar Valdez landed punches. This is how we know the fix was in. Even the judge that scored the fight 117-110 admitted he was wrong. He shockingly said he couldn't see the fight. He was scoring the fight by listening to the fans cheering. And obviously, they were in Oscar Valdez's hometown. So it turned out to be that this person is not a judge, because one of the main rules of being a judge is you score with your eyes, not your ears. And if he couldn't see the fight, then his score shouldn't count. So the decision should turn to a DQ. Last but not least, come to find out, this judge was a WBC employee. So after cheating, lying, ducking, and a robbery, they award Oscar Valdez in his hometown with a statue for cheating, then losing. If a disgrace was a person, it would be Oscar Valdez next to his statue. I mean, what they doing? Celebrating him for cheating, then losing? Amazing. I don't even know where Oscar Valdez is from, but that statue is a disgrace to his city. And it should be brought down to bring back honor, respect, and justice to the city. Excuse my language, but Shakur Stevenson should fly over there and knock that shit down. Disrespectfully. I mean, Oscar Valdez don't have enough cojones to fight him, so why not knock down the next best thing? His statue, right to the ground where they both belong. With that being stated, drop your thoughts in the comment section below on the boxing corruption breaking its limits every single time. Subscribe below and click on the notification bell to be continued on the next episode of Akhi, Akhi TV. Peace, and I'm on to the next one.
We spent about an hour on camera, and when it was done, Oscar turned to me and said, "Do you believe me?" So here are the facts. He wanted the VADA testing. He insisted on it. He tested positive in his second test, this time, August 12th. It's conceivable that it happened like he thinks it did with some sort of diet tea. Does not get him off the hook. But am I prepared to throw away all the good stuff he did and all the heroism he's had for the past, I don't know how many years, for one test? In my heart, no, I'm not.
Mark, the question I have for you is should he be fighting tonight? That's the question I have for you
Don't
tonight.
hold him responsible for the WBC's inconsistencies and cynicism.
Mark, anybody else test positive for anything, they're not fighting tonight, and they're also being stripped.
Is that his fault?
Is it his fault? He's the one that's got the positive test. That's what I'm trying to tell you. No, I don't know what you're saying. That's the positive test that he got. Yes, he shouldn't be allowed to fight tonight, and that's the only problem I have with
Tell
this
the
tonight.
WBC, man.
So, the WBC already know how I feel about him. They already know.
Listen,
Man,
the
it's like
WBC
bugs out.
made the decision that they made, but we wouldn't be in this position if Oscar Valdez didn't test positive. So we can't keep like moving the goalposts, y'all. It is what it is. Oscar tested positive. Many don't believe that he should be fighting tonight. He is, and we're gonna call this fight just like it would be any other fight. But we gotta let what's happening sit. And you know, I'm a firm believer in Bernardo. You mentioned this earlier in the week about a person rehabilitating themselves and getting forgiveness, and I believe that wholeheartedly. But trust is earned, and Oscar Valdez is going to take some time before he builds up the trust with people.
And we've seen it happen with his stablemate, Saul Canelo Alvarez. And we've seen it also with Tyson Fury, who's going to be fighting Deontay Wilder in October.